Welcome to another audio commentary. You're listening to Vol. This game is between Strelok and Chosen, and it's another game from the TSL, the Team Liquid Star League. Now, this particular game actually won the weekly replays competition, and that has recently been posted about on Team Liquid, and there's a prize being handed out. So you might remember me actually covering a couple of games that topped the list of the of that particular competition, and this is the final winner. I haven't actually seen this game yet because it didn't actually come in as number one in either of the weeks, but for various other reasons, as you'll find out from Manifesto's thread, I think it's Manifesto that posted it anyway, this one came as number one, so I'll just be casting this. We've got Strelok as the bottom left, red Terran, and at the top right we've got orange Zerg, that's Chosen. Now this game obviously didn't actually crop up in either of the qualifications, and nor have we reached the round of 16 stage yet. That's happening next weekend. The previous weekend was the group stage qualification playoff, which I was casting. I was not casting because of lag issues. Couldn't actually join the game as an observer. But it is possible that I will be casting the round of 16 playoffs, because those games will be casted only once the replays have been produced and the games have actually been finished. Then the commentators will just load up the replay and start casting, and there'll be a live video feed. At least that's what I've been told is happening. So really excited about doing that. That means I will actually be able to participate this time, despite my unfortunate slow connection and bad ping on iCup. Anyway, Strelok actually throwing down a barracks. Now, not in his choke point. He's decided not to choke off his wall, his front door there. And Chosen doing a fairly standard 12 hatch, followed by spawning pool build. Hasn't got his extractor yet, so probably going for a third hatchery. Still just pumping drones, as you do. Strelok just hanging around in Chosen space, looking to see what he does next. Yeah, just a couple of things. Strelok's actually my favourite Terran player of all time at the moment. Well, at least favourite foreign player anyway. I like this guy, and really looking forward to his match with Draco coming up in the round of 16. That's going to be a really exciting one, so I will almost definitely be doing audio commentaries on that best of three round, so stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to doing that for you guys. And Strelok putting down a fast expansion, very, very typical and common thing. Because Blue Storm's a map where you almost inevitably see Mutalisk harass, then it's not uncommon for that fast expansion to go down. Just try to get as many Marines out as you can before the Lurkers show up. A few drones being transferred now. The Zerglings don't seem to be going after that scout though, so I guess they want to rush out and harass that expansion as soon as they can. I assume that's what's going on anyway. Strelok hasn't put down a bunker yet, so it looks like he's fairly confident to defend himself against the Zerglings. Oh, the Zerglings have headed back. They're going now to take out the scout, and the scouting SCV has been killed, so fair enough. Yep, looks like we did have a third hatchery there, by the way, so that's fine. Engineering bay down. Still don't see an academy yet, so engineering bay before academy, I guess. Strelok really wants to emphasize marine numbers and upgrades, as well as early missile turrets possibly. That could be his plan. I normally get academy first, but I'm not as good as this guy is, so he obviously knows what he's doing. Alright, Zerglings are going to come in now and realise that there's an expansion there, although they probably predicted that already. I'm not sure whether Chosen's seen that due to his overlord. Strelok now finally putting his bunker down just in case. He doesn't really know at this point whether Chosen's just massing up some more Zerglings to rush him. Chosen putting down a creep colony, just getting ready for any possible early push by Strelok. Got a couple more barracks going down for Strelok that we just saw previously there. That's just getting ready to really maximise this double base. Push out a lot of Marines, hopefully get them out to the field and just keep those Mutalisks from harassing his economy, and if you can do that, then that'll definitely be to his advantage. Looks like that drone's heading out to create a spire. That SCV trying to sneak into Chosen space, but I don't think it's going to be able to do that thanks to those Zerglings and that single creep colony, sunken colony now. So it'll be chased away. Just taking a look around, yeah, I don't think those Zerglings are going to take it out. We've got a spire up for the Zerg Chosen, So definitely Mutalisk harass as would be expected. 4 barracks going down before factory, so that's an interesting decision by Strelok. It's something we see a little bit more these days due to the Mutalisks. He really wants to sort of maximise marine maneuvers and just delays to take a bit. Just looking at the area behind the mineral line there, it looks like these guys are actually playing on Bluestorm 1.1 rather than Bluestorm 1.2, I think. It's a little bit difficult to tell. I might be wrong about that. It just appeared to me that there wasn't as much space as the Bluestorm 1.2 version, where the map had been upgraded just to compensate for difficulty against Mutalisks on this particular map, where you needed just a few too many missile turrets to defend, and it was more than you should have used, because SCVs can't repair, and obviously there's less of a range where the missile turrets can shoot at the Mutalisks thanks to the cliff and the sighting difficulties. So, +1 weapons nearly done, and range nearly done. 4 barracks just pumping those Marines. Strelok being very aggressive here, and Marines just trying to get through the joke. He's just being quite careful with his micro to make sure that Marines aren't left behind by that pathing issue. Yeah, they're coming back now. That's quite good to see. With the 4 barracks push, the thing about it is that it delays your science vessels for a while, but it means you can cope with the Mutalisk harass a lot better, and it means you can sort of take the game to the Zerg player at this stage, and that's the beauty of it. You can really prevent yourself from losing SCVs, although you may lose Marines, and you keep the pressure on the Zerg, so I actually quite like this build. The only problem is that if you don't do enough damage with it, then you're really going to be behind on tech, and it's just going to be difficult. And Strelok actually getting pummeled here by that force. It's lucky that he did have a large group of Marines, because he would have been dead otherwise. Chosen just retreating now, but that was really bloody, just what happened there. 3rd base going down for just Chosen. I think this is the end of Strelok's army, by the way, that once he's got enough Mutalisks, he's just able to get free reign over that attacking force. But thanks to that 4 barracks build, he's managed to group up a whole lot more reinforcements arriving now, and I think he's just building troops a lot quicker than Chosen at this point, and that's because of his investment. Now, Mutalisks actually just thrashing these Marines. He's got to get them all reinforced, otherwise he's gonna have a lot of trouble here. Strelok's already got a couple of missile turrets up in his base, so just in case that happened. Hydralisk Den up now. I think will be lurk attack being researched, and evolution chamber, which is a good idea. I think if you're expecting to go straight for Ultralisk or something like that, evolution chamber earlier on is a really good idea. We're starting to see that a lot more these days. Oh, excuse my yawn. All right. So, factory up now, finally, but no machine shop. So, Strelok looks like he's going to be straight for science vessels and try to deal with that hive tech that he expects from Chosen. Mutalisks look like they're coming into the back of Strelok's base. There's only 1 turret there, so he's probably going to be able to take that down and advance, although he's decided not to. I think that Overlord has scouted Strelok's army leaving his base, so the Mutalisks want to head back around and try and pick some of them off, some of the attacking troops off before they're going to make it to his expansion. Notice there that Chosen's got a couple of lurkers being morphed down at his bottom right, 3rd base there, so that's going to keep his gas safe, which is definitely a good idea. That'll allow him to go to hive tech a bit more effectively. Okay, so Mutalisks and Zerglings out in the field, but Strelok's pushing forward with a group now. He knows that he needs to do some damage, and they are heading towards the bottom right expansion. Although it's just hard for me to tell, because it looks like he's only got 1 control group of Marines and 2 medics backing up, and that's not a very large force by any means at this point in the game, because it's starting to get a little bit late for that kind of attack. So yeah, I'm just not too sure what he's going to do, because Chosen's got lurkers at this point. So I think Strelok just wisely waiting for some backup. He's got another handful of Marines and hopefully medics showing up now on the minimap. Yeah, he sees those lurkers burrowing, so he's not going to need to move in. Now he's got more troops, so he can actually attack a bit more effectively. Although, yeah, just skirting around those lurkers, he knows that he can't move in. He's got enough troops to try and put an attack somewhere else, though. Yeah, so Hive going up for Chosen. I think Strelok's just content to leave things as is for now, just because he can't really attack. Chosen's really got everything walled off at this point. Strelok's going for an expansion and just waiting for Chosen maybe to get a 4th base. I think that could be his plan at this stage. Also waiting for some science vessels to show up to combat those lurkers. Zerglings just swinging around the map. I'm not sure whether they're going to go for this mineral-only expansion by Strelok. Looks like they may do, otherwise they'll probably be coming in to flank this main group out in the field. As for this main group, it looks like they are moving. They could be taking the stairs. And the Mutalisks are nowhere near that particular group. We've got another defensive force. Yeah, the main force of the Marines are actually taking the stairs, heading down now. So it look like they're going to be attacking this expansion down the bottom right. Chosen has finally got his hive up. We'll see what he's going for. Looks like a Defiler Mound. And Strelok attacking now, so looks like he's going to be target firing these lurkers. There's one down, two left. Just Marines splattering the lurkers. Yeah, the lurkers are taken down. Vicious attack here by Strelok. Just strafing this sunken colony. And Chosen's forces